Your concentration's weaving a little bit. Pick it up.
Okay.
Pick it up!
Okay.
Don't pull them straight out. Bend your knees and be strong on the inside and go around them. Let's control the outside. Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen.
Okay.
We are firemen!
You got it, Coach.
The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
Yeah, let's go.
It tells us that we're ready. We're at home. We're where we're supposed to be. Flames don't intimidate us. What do? We control the flames. We control them. We move the flames where we want to.
Let's go.
And then we extinguish them.
What is going on, folks? Brand new Bucket Title Show, Sunday. You know how we do these by now. At least I'd hope you do. Either fucking way, folks. Where do we start? I guess I should start by doing the introduction. I'm your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, at JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid. As always, unless it's your first time. Okay, so that quote you heard, that is from a very, very famous, well, I don't want to say famous, because if you don't know boxing a whole lot, I guess. But either way, very well-known boxing commentator, boxing coach, Teddy Atlas. That was during the fight with Timothy Bradley. He actually coached Bradley for that fight. And that quote always just gets me so pumped. When he's saying, like, he like, your concentration is waving, pick it up. Then he goes into that whole, like, the fire's coming. What do we do with it? We don't run from it. We embrace the flames. We're firemen. Like, just how can that not get you just pumped for the day? Or for whatever you have to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Either way, I hope you guys have had a good weekend out there. Super Bowl is going on as I speak right now. We'll check the results later in the show. That's how we'll close it off. We'll see who's winning, what's happening, and everything with it. A couple things we're going to talk about today. Got the new Justice League pick. We're going to discuss that a little bit, just because I do have a couple theories with that. I also have a couple theories about the Star Wars title, The Last Jedi. I had posted it on Instagram, but I don't remember if I had actually shared some thoughts. So we're gonna do that tonight. The new issue of Walking Dead comics, issue 163. That's gonna be discussed. Some Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. I guess you could call them hypocrisies. That feels like too negative of a word, but that's the only one I could think of. And then we'll go from there. Well, that's basically the show. Either way, check the Instagram. From Canada Productions. This is actually my homie, Lloyd. Lloyd from Canada. That's a familiar name from the channel. One that we might not have heard of in a little bit. Everything I know about lighting and frames per second, I know because of this guy. Lloyd from Canada has always been a good friend. Was just honestly like one of the biggest supporters. Taught me a lot about just different things as far as like the videos go. So From Canada Productions on Instagram. That's his new thing. That's where he's going to be releasing a lot of videos. They do a lot of graffiti shots. So check them out. Support. Topic. Is there such a thing as selling out, or is that a product of success? Interesting. I think it might be a mix of both, depending. Are you getting more the certain offers to do commercials or have sponsorships or do shout outs for a certain product you might actually use and like? I don't know, whatever it is. Are you getting those offers because you're famous, because you are at least a well-known, or like a well-known person in some sense. Because if it is because you're just getting those offers, that's where it comes. If that's like a product of success, it's what you choose to. It's what you choose to represent and have represent you as well. I think if the only reason you do certain things like an advertisement or commercial or whatever it is, fill in the blank, if you're only doing that to become famous, or like, you know what I mean, just to get more like popularity or views, and you don't really believe in that product, you don't really believe in that company, then no. I think that is for sure selling out in a way. What is selling out? Because I don't know. Selling out, I feel like it's kind of like a subjective thing. It all depends on who you ask. It's a very interesting topic to discuss, though. Because we all have heard of people or bands that someone turned around and be like, oh, they sold out. Well, did they? Or did they actually like that company and they've always dreamt of like representing them, and now because of certain platforms they have that opportunity? I don't know. Because it's one of those things, like, are you, like, well, I guess they can't do it as much anymore, but, well, yeah, mixed martial arts fighters, because they're in Bellator, Titan FC, ONE FC, all the companies except for UFC, because they don't allow sponsors on the shorts anymore. Like, are mixed martial arts fighters like selling out by having sponsorships on their shorts? Or have they brought themselves a reputation enough that people in some way want to help support them, but it kind of can go both ways, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a very interesting and complex topic. It has my brain racing now. It's very interesting, very interesting. Because another example I can think of, I've seen a few musicians or something, or like whatever, start shouting out like vape juices or vape pens randomly. Are they selling out, or have they used that stuff before and the company took notice? I don't know. I think there's too many variables involved with like the situation to give really a concrete answer, maybe. Or it's like I said, maybe it's subjective, you know what I mean? Like, for me, this is a very like complex topic, but for some other people it might be very like black and white, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. I know I've said that like 80 times already. Huh? Alright, let's go to the Justice League picture. Bam! On the screen. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. It's so goddamn beautiful. Look at Jason Momoa's armor. Can we start with that? Look at his armor. That is so cool. And it's even cooler because, like, when he doesn't have that armor on, like when he's Arthur Curry instead of Aquaman, like he has like tattoos that still resemble the armor. Oh, and if you look at his arm there, it actually looks like he has like almost like a dorsal fin kind of thing, like on the gauntlet. Ah, that is so cool. Ah, and if anybody like doubted that Gal Gadot did not fit the Wonder Woman scene, or the role rather, this picture, like, that's Wonder Woman right there. You know what I mean? Like, that's Wonder Woman. So cool. Cyborg. I think this is in the middle. Like, he's probably in the middle of changing his arm into like his well-known canon I think it's in the middle of like a transformation. It's either in the middle of coming out right now, which I think it might be more possible. You see him looking very like, I guess, defensive in a way. Everyone else is kind of, Wonder Woman's ready. It looks like Aquaman might be in the middle of kind of like grabbing his trident with his other hand or something. But yeah, I think what's happening here. Now I might be wrong, but I think this is the Kryptonian ship that crash landed. General Zod had it. In Dawn of Justice, we saw it when Lex Luthor created Doomsday in it. I think this is where we see Superman come back. If this isn't the Kryptonian ship, I think it's either that or like the Fortress of Solitude, something like that. All the water kind of on the walkway there coming in from the side. If you remember in the Kryptonian ship, it had all that water like on the like in the bottom of it and everything like that. So this might be where Superman is coming back and nobody knows how he's going to react. Maybe Batman is in the middle right now of trying to like either calm him down or like just remind him of what's happened, or you know what I mean? Like I think this has to do with Superman in some sort of sense. I think this is like the Kryptonian ship. That's where they might have actually put him to heal. I don't know. I think that's what I think is happening in this one, folks. A lot of people are saying, why is Cyborg so small? Folks, in the comics, Cyborg did not like start off as this huge like cybernetic being. You know what I mean? He starts off basically with a regular sized body. You got to think. This actually would be a regular sized body. It just looks so different to us because we can see like the bolts and everything in his knee. We can like, it's very sleek and very smooth in a way. So it looks different to our eyes. But yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be dope. But yeah, I think that right now, and even with like Aquaman and Cyborg, if this is their first really introduction to seeing Superman and they're not sure how this is going to go, they're for sure going to be ready to like protect themselves if they need to. Oh, fuck. November, folks. Oh my god, November, we finally get to see the Justice League movie. Like, this badass, beautiful Jason Momoa as Aquaman. That's actually a reality that we're gonna see this year. I'm just so fucking excited. I can't wait. I just want November. I don't even care about my birthday. We'll skip that. Let me just get to the 17th. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, actually, before we get into the Walking Dead discussion, I guess, I want to talk about The Last Jedi real quick, because I figured instead of just jumping in and being like, oh, this is what I think it means, I wanted to take some time and really, like, think about it, really kind of, like, check out a couple other people's opinions and see, like, where their heads were at, like, with a couple other fans, and just kind of, like, form my own thoughts about it. And I think, I don't know. I don't want to say I have a solid theory, but I have a theory. So, as like a lot of people know now, there have been the connections made. One, in Return of the Jedi, when Yoda tells Luke, when I die, the last of the Jedi you'll be. You know what I mean? That might have been a paraphrase, but either way. He tells Luke that when he dies, he's the last of the Jedi. In The Force Awakens opening crawl, we see Luke Skywalker, when he's brought up in that opening crawl, referred to as the Last Jedi. there's tons of speculation now of who's Rey, like who is Rey's parent? Is she a Skywalker? Is she a Kenobi? Who knows? I don't think that. Like, I do obviously think that Rey is maybe. See, and the problem is, I don't know if she's a Jedi. She might just be like Force sensitive to an extent, or actually, this. I just thought about it. It might click in more with the whole my theory here. With this next movie, I don't think it actually matters whether Rey is a Jedi or not. Because in the last scene of Force Awakens, we see Luke Skywalker with that intense, silent, yet emotional stare down with Rey. I think that the title The Last Jedi is in reference to Luke Skywalker's story and his journey. Like, this is going to be his coming back. You know what I mean? It's more one of those things where Star Wars The Last Jedi isn't saying like these people or this person is going to be the last of the Jedi. I think it's more of this is what people have believed to be the Last Jedi, and this is him coming back to the galaxy. And people in the galaxy believing like the Last Jedi is back. But I think Kylo Ren is gonna know that he's not the Last Jedi, obviously because his battle with Rey, he said he felt the Force within her. But the consensus will be that he is the Last Jedi come back to the galaxy. So that's what I think the title is actually referring to. It's referring to Luke Skywalker in general. If we think of Return of the Jedi, we didn't see like a huge resurgence of an army of Jedi. We saw the return of the Jedi in the form of Luke Skywalker becoming that full Jedi and coming back into people's lives. So again, Return of the Jedi, it wasn't saying the Jedi are back, like they're kind of back on the map and kind of ready to defend the Force. It was Return of the Jedi in referring to Luke Skywalker coming back. And Luke Skywalker kind of bringing back the Jedi training and beliefs like with him. So that's what I think The Last Jedi refers to. It's just as like a broad stroke kind of title for Luke Skywalker and whatever is going to involve his journey with this movie. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited as fuck though. November, then December. Great movies. Actually, this year has a lot of good movies coming out. This weekend, or well, I guess next weekend, sorry. John Wick 2. Powerful Keanu Reeves. John Wick 1 is... John Wick 1 was an amazing movie. I remember when I saw the trailer for that before it came out. I was like, no, this is going down. I need to see this. As soon as it was out, like I didn't even like watch it on Netflix or anything like that or online in the theaters because I didn't get to see it in theaters. So as soon as I saw it on DVD, I bought it right away, and I did not regret it. It's one of those action movies where like there's no sexuality involved with selling it. Like it's just a good action movie. Mucho bueno. And the one guy from Game of Thrones is in it. I don't remember his name. Something... Feeljoy? I don't know. He hangs out with the Starks kids, though. He's the bow and arrow kid. When the little guy was getting kidnapped, he saved him by shooting the arrow through the guy's back, poked at his chest. Oh, I guess spoiler alert. Oh, and actually, you know what? Fucking spoiler alert right now. Walking Dead issue 163 discussion. Let's fucking go. I don't know. I'm just thinking of how I'm gonna attack this because I don't know if there will be like direct spoilers or I'll like just allude to things. But either way, the Whisperer War. In the last issue, we saw Beta kind of leading or directing just a huge horde of walkers, and I'm talking thousands of walkers towards Alexandria. And that's what we see in this issue is the people of Alexandria and everything dealing with this horde of walkers that has now descended upon them. I thought we were going to see the end of Rick Grimes, folks. I thought we were getting there in this issue, to be honest. I was nervous. I know the picture I posted on Instagram, a couple people DM'd me and they're like, "Does Negan kill him? Did Negan do it?" No, like Rick didn't get stabbed. Rick doesn't get eaten or anything in this issue. The blood on Negan's knife in that picture I put on my Instagram, that's actually from when a bunch of the horde is like leaning on the gate, and they're like he runs up because everyone's kind of being hesitant and everything, and he takes it by the balls. Like he just says, "Fuck this!" Like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna stand there, grab your fucking knife, and like let's do this. And in that moment, Rick actually like agrees with him, which is kind of crazy. Like we're starting to see little flickers of like Negan actually helping Rick, which I'll get to. Rick seeing like what Negan is saying, and because like by right now Negan actually isn't Negan isn't the one that we know in the show right now because we're much farther ahead in the story with the comics. He actually has a bit of like more positive awakening as a character. It's very interesting to see that change in him and how other people are very still hesitant to trust him and everything. So eventually like the horde knocks the gate down. Shit's going down, folks. Rick ends up like falling over because he's got like a pretty bum leg because fucking Negan snapped it. And it's just, it's one of those things. We see Negan actually save Rick. I don't know what's happening with those characters, but I am very, very interested to see where it goes. Because so far it is, I don't know. It's getting very, very interesting. Very intriguing. Where we leave off is basically like we gotta wait till next month. Or, yeah, I think next month. To see how the group really is gonna still deal with this horde. I don't think even Maggie or the Hilltop knows what's going on. Or no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. I think they were out at Alexandria. Can't remember. Oh, we see Michonne. Michonne has a shining moment, though. Her and Jesus are riding horseback, trying to divert some of them. And we see her just say, like, fuck it. Like, how many are there? Like, 100? Okay. Just hops off the horse and starts fucking slicing heads. Sing, sing, sing. Like, it's super dope. But then I was also super nervous that I was about to see the death of Michonne. Oh no, I didn't even think about that. I've been so focused on whether we might see the death of Rick soon. Oh, wonder what would happen for Michonne. Because I feel like with what happened, see, I won't spoil everything. I know I mentioned some things that people would be like, "Oh, fucking spoilers," but trust me, there's more to it than Rick's leg just getting fucked up. But with everything that happened with King Ezekiel and a lot of people with like from the different groups, I think we're gonna see Michonne almost like on a Punisher-like crusade, trying to like get to the people that quote unquote started this. I don't know. It's exciting times. Okay. Game of Thrones Walking Dead, folks. I am almost done Walking Dead. Or, sorry, I'm almost season 1 of Game of Thrones. I think I have like 2 episodes left. I saw a lot of people kind of like saying Walking Dead is so violent and it's torture porn, but they go on and on about how they love Game of Thrones. Real quick, like, there was like an 8-year-old kid sucking on his mom's teat. I understand breastfeeding, but when that kid is fucking 8 years old, you need to latch off, kiddo. No, we can't be having that. The first episode, we see a teenager lose his head. Like, this whole time, we've been seeing, like, I don't think, like, it's one of those things. In the first season of Game of Thrones, we have seen more shit in that than we've seen in most of the seasons for Walking Dead. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's one of those things, like, I find it weird, and I don't want to say hypocritical, because for me that feels like a really negative term, but maybe that's just because I'm putting those thoughts on it. I don't know. But either way, I feel it is, like, it's almost hypocritical to, like, be like, oh, like, how are you just gonna fucking show someone getting hit with a baseball bat like that in the head, and da-da-da. But then, like, you have no issue with people, like, a teenager getting his head cut off, horses getting their heads cut off, like, people getting their throat slashed. Like, what? I don't understand, like, how that clicks with people. You know what I mean? Like, what the logic is behind it. Maybe it's because, like, it feels like Game of Thrones is more of in, like, a medieval Lord of the Rings type world. It doesn't feel as realistic. I don't know. What do you, like, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that, actually. What do you think it is? That's the comment below section for the podcast. Why do you think with some shows or movies, people will give it a pass, but with other shows or movies, they see the same things really as a negative thing? I find it, I don't know. I think it's, I've used this word a lot. I gotta find a different word, but it's interesting. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts about that. Why people do that? I'm sure I've done it with certain things too. Like, I'm not saying I'm far, far, far from perfect, my folks. Yeah, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts about it are. Okay, let's move on to let's see what's going on with the Super Bowl. I know I don't post about it at all anymore, but I've been a Pats fan, New England Patriots, long time. Oh no, why? Patriots 0, Atlanta Falcons 14. We gotta pick it up. Come on. This is a Super Bowl. Either way. Okay, so Patriots are down by 2 touchdowns, I mean. Well, they'll pick it up. They'll pick it up, folks. Either way. Okay, so to close it, this is going to be real quick. I've had a lot of people lately asking again how they can help with the prop list. If you go on Amazon, search my name, JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid. You should be able to find my wish list and prop list. Go to the prop list. There's different things, whether it's like items for short films that I have plans for, or certain wardrobe things. If you guys want, you can get something from the prop list and get it sent to me. We can figure all that out. If you need reimbursement or help with the shipping, I've helped before with people with the mail calls. So just hit me up and just be open. Don't worry about feeling like self-conscious or whatever. Just if you need help, let me know. Or if you do like handmade props, like if you know how to like repaint blasters so they actually look like more realistic and stuff, and you want to just do that and send those to me, that's totally okay too. If anything, I'm a fan of when people make really, really like cool handmade things. So yeah, no worries. If you guys want to help with the prop list, that warms my heart so much and that humbles me because yeah, you guys are just fucking awesome. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into one of those emotional rants again. But yeah. So if you want to help with the prop list, go on to the Amazon, search my name. You should find the prop list there. And then, or if you do handmade stuff and you want to send me something, just let me know. And we'll figure all that out. Alright. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid. This has been a Fuck a Title Show. I'm out.